Hello everyone. We're going to learn social and religious reform movement. That is the fourth unit. Social and religious reform movements. That is the fourth unit. Okay. Sorry, fifth unit. Fifth unit, social and religious reforms. The important questions from this chapter we are going to learn today. Okay. Yeah. The topics for the day is the 19th century is known as Indian Renaissance. What is the reason for 19th century being known as the period of Indian Renaissance? The first point. Okay, how much they emerged in this century, isn't it? Next one, the establishment and reforms of Brahma Samaj, Arya Samaj, Prarthana Samaj, Satya Shodhaka Samaj will be known. You have already studied all these topics. Okay. ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಗಳನ್ನು ನೀವು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಅಲ್ವಾ? ದ ಯಂಗ್ ಬೆಂಗಾಲಿ ಅಂಡ್ other movements will be explained in this chapter. Okay, already you have learned all these topics. Today we are going to just revise the important questions. The teachings of Ramakrishna mission will be understood, and the ideas of theosophical society will be explained in this chapter. Is already explained in this chapter to you, correct? Now, social and religious reform movements, weightage of marks. How many marks you can expect from this chapter? There will be 3 marks question, one question from this chapter, and total number one. Total number of marks you can expect is 3 marks. Is the reason for starting the newspaper Samvada Kaumudi. It was a Bengali newspaper started by whom? Started by Ram Mohan Roy of Brahmo Samaj, who established or who propounded Brahmo Samaj. He started this newspaper Samvada Kaumudi. So he is regarded as the father of Indian Renaissance. ಭಾರತದ ಸುಧಾರಣೆಯ ಹರಿಕಾರ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆನಾ? Renaissance. Okay. So the options are to oppose option A, to oppose the British rule. Option B, to support the British rule. Option C, to develop rationality among the people. Answer is to develop rationality among the people of India. He started the newspaper Samvada Kaumudi. Okay, so he tried to develop rationalism among the Indian people through his journalism. That is the reason he started the newspaper in Bengali. It is called as Samvada Kaumudi. The question may be who. The question may be like who started the newspaper Samvada Kaumudi? ಯಾರು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದರು, ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿದರು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು. You have to write Second question, the newspaper New India was started by who? ನ್ಯೂ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಅನ್ನುವಂತಹ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಯಾರು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಹೂ? The options are option A, Rajaram Mohan Roy, option B, Mahatma Gandhi, option C, Annie Besant, and option D, Dayananda Saraswati. The answer is Annie Besant. Option C, Annie Besant is the answer. Annie Besant is an Irish lady, okay, who came to India and inspired by the Indian culture, and she also participated in Indian freedom struggle. Okay, so she started the newspaper New India. She also started Home Rule League. Okay, so she started this newspaper to educate Indian people about this freedom struggle, to encourage them to fight in the freedom struggle. Okay, she started this to support the freedom struggle of India. She started this newspaper to create awareness among the people of India about the freedom struggle, what is going on in India. Okay, so answer is option C, Annie Besant is the correct answer. Third one. Krishna mission. Sorry, in order to propagate the ideals of his teacher, Sauraguru Ramakrishna. To propagate the objectives, to propagate the ideals of his teacher Ramakrishna Paramahansa. The main objective of this organization was to spread the message of equality of all religions, to put that into practice. Okay, so to propagate, or the main objective of all religions, that means sarva dharma. Okay, and to put that into practice over all the world, this Ramakrishna mission was established. Okay, so it has branches all over the world now. Jagattina ella kade ಶಾಖೆಗಳು ಇವೆ. Okay. ಪ್ರಕಾಶ, ಸತ್ಯಾರ್ಥ ಪ್ರಕಾಶ ಅನ್ನುವಂತಹ ಬುಕ್ ಅನ್ನ ಬರೆದವರು ಯಾರು? ಪುಸ್ತಕವನ್ನ ಬರೆದವರು ಯಾರು? ಹೂ ರೋಟ್ ದ ಬುಕ್ ಸತ್ಯಾರ್ಥ ಪ್ರಕಾಶ? Swami Dayanand Saraswati propagated his teachings in a book called Satyartha Prakasha. Swami Dayananda Saraswati ಅವರು he wrote the book Satyartha Prakasha, through which he propagated his teaching in
ಏನೋ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. Fifth question. Who wrote the book Satyartha Prakasha? Okay. Swami Dayanand Saraswati propounded his teachings in a book called Satyartha Prakasha. Swami Dayanand Saraswati has written the book Satyartha Prakasha. He established Arya Samaja through which he propounded his teachings. Okay, so he tried to bring some reforms in the Indian society and equality in all the religions. Sixth question is state the reforms of Dayananda Saraswati or state the objectives of Arya Samaj. Arya Samaj was established by Swami Dayananda Saraswati. He advised people to back to the Vedas. That means he advised the people to come back to the Vedas because uh, he thought he is thinking was that all the solutions for problems of India are there in the Vedas. Okay, he condemned idol worship and the caste system. So here India was facing a big problem of caste system. There was huge difference in the caste system. Okay, so people being differentiated and ill treated in the caste system. So that is why Swami Dayanand Saraswati condemned idol worship and the caste system. He rejected the innumerable meaningless practices which were there in the Hindu society. So there were innumerable number of practices which were meaningless, like meaningless. Okay, so all those meaningless practices should be abolished. He rejected the meaningless practices. Those were existing in the Hindu society. He encouraged widow marriage. He encouraged the remarriage of the widows. And he urged people to use Swadeshi goods because he was a patriot. Okay, so he encouraged the people of India to participate in the freedom struggle. Through his teachings, he urged that people should use only the Swadeshi goods. His purification ritual means Shuddhi Chaluvali was the main activity of Arya Samaj to bring back the Hindus to the religion and to bring back the people to the Vedas. That is called as purification ritual. Arya Samaj established schools and colleges in many places to encourage the education, to give importance to the education. They established schools, various schools and colleges in many places. The principles of Swarajya and Swadharma advocated by Dayanand Saraswati inspired people to take part in the freedom movement. As I said earlier, Swami Dayanand Saraswati was a patriotic person. He encouraged Swadeshi usage of Swadeshi goods as well as he propounded that Swarajya and Swadharma. Okay, so they advocated or inspired the people of India to take part in the freedom movement. These were the teachings of Swami Dayanand Saraswati and the Arya Samaj. Seventh question is state the reforms or objectives of Prarthana Samaj. Prarthana Samaj was established by Atmaram Panduranga in Mumbai. Okay, so it was established by Atmaram Panduranga in Mumbai. So then later, M.G. Ranade spread helped to spread this Prarthana Samaj throughout the country. Okay, it was founded on the principle that service to the mankind is service to God. So here the question may be asked to you, which was the organization founded on the principle that service to mankind is service to God. That is Prarthana Samaj established by Atmaram Pandurang. Okay, so they think that if the service is being done to the people, then it is equal to the service of God, service to God. Okay, through the Deccan Education Society, it aimed to develop the educational field through the establishment of Deccan Education Society as well as National Education. They aim to develop educational field. It gave priority to spread the education throughout the country, because the solution to every problem is there in education. Education is the most important thing in the life of people, isn't it? So then the freedom struggle was taking place. It was very important to educate people regarding the struggle and to encourage them to participate in the freedom struggle, as well as there were many problems in the society of India. It encouraged widow marriage, female literacy, intercaste marriage, eating together by people to eradicate the casteism. He encouraged eating together by people of all castes and opposed child marriage also, caste system, idol worship, and Parda system. All these were the problems existing in the Hindu society or Indian society. Okay, so in the Indian society mainly. So to eradicate all these problems, especially the casteism, he encouraged eating together by the people and intercaste marriages also. Okay, along with that, he encouraged widow marriage and female literacy also. He tried to abolish or oppose the child marriage, caste system, idol worship, and Parda system. It maintained, Prarthana Samaj maintained that all religions were paths towards truth and hence needed to be respected. Means all religions to be respected because they find you the right path towards the truth and truth. Okay, so therefore all the religions are equal. What the teachings of all the religions are equal only. Okay, there is no difference. So he advised people to respect all the religions. During the Indian Renaissance, orphanages, national schools, and shelter homes for women were established. So through Prarthana Samaj gave importance to the education, to the abolishment of the problems in the society. They encouraged Indian Renaissance. Okay, orphanages and national schools and shelter homes are also established during established through Prarthana Samaj. Okay, so these were the activities or reforms taken by Prarthana Samaj. Question number 8. What were the reform measures of Annie Besant? Annie Besant, she established or continued the activities of Theosophical Society in India. Okay, she was an Irish lady, started the activities of Theosophical Society in India and gave it a new vitality, new root, new importance. Okay, she aroused pride in Indian culture through her lectures. She aroused pride in Indian culture through her lecture. She was greatly inspired by the culture of India. She taught the Indian culture to the people of India. So much inspiration she got towards Indian culture. Okay, she attempted to establish equality, universal brotherhood, and harmony in society, which was the main aim of Theosophical Society at the international level. So she attempted to bring all these things in the Indian society also, to bring equality, universal brotherhood, and harmony. ಭ್ರಾತೃತ್ವ, universal brotherhood ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ ಭ್ರಾತೃತ್ವ. ಓಕೆನಾ? Annie Besant gave her full support to the freedom struggle. She started a newspaper called New India to educate people about the freedom struggle, or to encourage them to participate in the freedom struggle. She gave full support to the freedom struggle of India. Okay, not only this, in 1916 she started home rule movement. She was the president of the Congress session in 1917. That means her active participation was there in the freedom struggle of India. Okay, she contributed immensely to the philosophy and independence struggle. Okay, so these are the teachings of Annie Besant. Ninth question is state the reforms of Sri Narayana Guru Dharma Paripalana Yogam. So it was the movement started by Sri Narayana Guru. Dharma Paripalana Yogam was the movement started by Sri Narayana Guru. Okay. Sri Narayana Guru started the Sri Narayana Dharma Paripalana Yogam in 1903. 1903. Okay. This movement aimed at strengthening the backward and exploited communities. The backward and exploited communities. The main aim was to strengthen or to bring them into the mainstream of the society, the backward and exploited communities. The aim of this organization, that means Dharma Paripalana Yogam, was to empower the backward and exploited communities. The aim of this organization was to build a society where man can live with dignity. Every man has the right to live with dignity and pride, isn't it? So, due to the caste system in India, there was humiliation. There was some of the communities were there who got suppressed. Okay, to bring back them into the mainstream of the society and to build a society where a man can live with pride and dignity. His wish was that there should be no caste, no religion, and one God. Sorry, there should be one caste, one religion, and one God for the human race. His wish was that Guru's wish was that there should be only one caste, no difference in the caste. Okay, one caste, one religion, only one religion should be there. Okay, and one God for the human race, entire human race. He started the social resistance movement in ಕೇರಳದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕ ಚಳುವಳಿಯನ್ನ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. Built alternative temples to the peoples that were to the temples that were denying entry to lower caste. In the earlier days, during this time, there were huge discrimination on the basis of caste. Okay, some caste or communities were not allowed to enter into the temples. So Narayan Guru saw that and he felt that he built alternative temples to the temples those were denying entry to the lower caste. He led the Vaikam Satyagraha temple entry movement. It is called as Vaikam Satyagraha, that is temple entry movement. Okay, he led the Guruvayur temple entry movement also. This was the main incident that took place at the time of Sri Narayana Guru. These were the reforms undertaken by Sri Narayana Guru or his Dharma Paripalana Yoga. Okay. So these were the main important questions from this chapter. Here you have to remember few points. That is, Brahma Samaj was established by Rajaram Mohan Roy. Your Bengali movement was done by Henry Vivian Diageo. Arya Samaj was established by Dayanand Saraswati, Swami Dayanand Saraswati. Prarthana Samaj propounded by Atmaram Pandurang. Satya Shodhaka Samaj was by Jyotiba Phule, and Theosophical Society, which is also called Theosophical Society by Annie Besant in India. Okay, so these were the important names or of the organizations established by some social reformers. Okay, children. So we will go to the next unit. The first war of Indian independence 1857 ಭಾರತದ ಪ್ರಥಮ ಸ್ವಾತಂತ್ರ್ಯ ಸಂಗ್ರಾಮ. Okay. Topics for the day is explain the reasons for the first war of independence. What were the reasons for the first war of independence? Understand the immediate cause of the war. What is the immediate cause of the war? Understand the expansion and nature of the war. How the war got spread throughout India, or was it success or was it a failure? analyze the failure and consequences of the war. Even though the 1857 First War of Independence was a failure, it had some consequences or effects on the minds of the people, which encouraged them for the later on freedom struggle. Okay, so what were those consequences? You have to learn. You already have learned, but you have to see the questions, main important questions from it. Okay, so the marks are 3 marks, one question. In the same way as you see in the social reforms, you can expect 3 marks, one question from this chapter. Okay, children. So we'll go to the question and answers now. What was the immediate cause of the first war of independence? ತಕ್ಷಣದ ಕಾರಣ, immediate cause of the first war of independence. The soldiers were being given new rifles called Royal Enfield. There were the Indian soldiers also in British Army. Okay, they were being given new rifles called Royal Enfield. But there was a rumor spread among the soldiers that the cartridge used in this rifles were greased with the fat of cows and pigs. Okay, while cows were sacred to the Hindus, pigs were blasphemous for Muslims. This became the immediate cause for the revolt of 1857. This was the immediate reason for the in freedom's first war of independence of 1857. Okay, second one. What were the political reasons for the 1857 revolt? Here, there were many reasons. Apart from the immediate cause, there are many other reasons for the 1857 revolt, isn't it? There are the political reasons, economical reasons are there, okay, and social reasons are there, military reasons are there, okay. So many reasons are there. Among that, the important question here is what are the political reasons for the 1857 revolt? The political reasons are many kingdoms lost rights due to a promulgation of doctrine of lapse brought about by the British. Who brought the doctrine of lapse? Lord Dalhousie, isn't it? So, according to doctrine of lapse, he acquired or British acquired Satara, Jaipur, Jhansi, Udaipur, and other kingdoms under British control. Okay, so doctrine of lapse means if the kings of that those provinces do not have their own children, the adopted male child will not have any right on the throne. So through this doctrine of lapse policy, he acquired all these kingdoms. Okay, then Dalhousie cancelled the princely titles of the Nawabs of Tanjore and Carnatic kingdoms in the south also. Okay, the Mughal sultans, the Nawab of Awadh, and other kings were dethroned. Dethroned means they were not allowed to be the kings. Okay, so the the kingly status of them was abolished. Okay, like how they abolished the Peshwa uh, status, isn't it? Consequently, lakhs of soldiers who were dependent on these kings, when these kings were dethroned, the lakhs of soldiers who were dependent on these kings became unemployed. This became a strong cause for the protest of 1857 against the British. Okay, so this was the main political reason. So, as and when the princely state was cancelled and our Mughal sultans, Nawab, Ouds of Nawab, every post has been cancelled and the kings were dethroned, the lakhs of dependent soldiers became unemployed. Okay, so these soldiers came into protest against the British in 1857 uh, revolt. Okay, so this was the political reason. What were the economic, third question is what were the economic reasons for the 1857 revolt? Economic reason means here the topic comes here is the industrialization in England. Due to industrialization in England, India's domestic industries were declined. Okay, so they suffered a lot. Artisans became unemployed. Home industries suffered huge losses and they collapsed. The British imposed not only this, there were a huge market in of for the products of India in England, isn't it? But the British imposed a heavy tax on the sale of Indian goods in England. Okay, so from every nook and the corner, they tried to attack economically. Okay, so the landlord was exploiting the farmers through the policies of the tax policies or revenue policies of the government. The landlord was exploiting the farmers. You have studied the policies, tax policies and the revenue policies of like Mahalwari and Raitwari and other policies, isn't it? So all that the tax policies were brought to exploit the farmers and the landlords. Okay, later on the landlords also got exploited by the British. They also had to sell or mortgage their lands. Okay, the landlord was exploiting the farmers and the Inam lands were taken back. Inam commission was established. Inam land means the land which was given as a gift. Okay, so to take back those Inam lands, the Inam commission was established. Okay, they took back all the Inam lands from the farmers and landlords. The farmers suffered a huge loss and they revolted against British in 1857. So this became the economic reason for 1857 revolt. Okay, so we'll see the other questions in the next class. Okay, children.